Hello, Aries. Hi. It is September. Um, so yeah, we are officially in Virgo season. And Virgo season is one of my favorite seasons. I'm not gonna lie. You guys already know I'm a Virgo moon. I'm a Leo Virgo cuspian, and my North Node is in Virgo. So I'm feeling the vibes. I'm feeling very Virgo-ish. And I really do love, the Virgo season as a zodiac sign. Just being like, I feel like I get a lot of things done, obviously, and I also feel like I get a lot of things more organized. Like naturally, I am kind of like that, but Virgo season is when everyone I feel like around me also like gets to hone in and really take charge of what they need to take care of for themselves, but so that it helps everyone else. So it's just a really good, time, to get things done and to get things started or keep things going. I also think that's very important. So, Aries, we're going to do things a little different in this reading. So, we're going to still use the Tarot Mucha deck for your complete spread for your month of September. But I'm going to actually upload a separate video so that maybe, and the video is going to be another tarot reading, but it's going to be with the oracle cards that I have here. So, the Zodiac Oracle deck that I have that I usually use, and then the past life oracle deck. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use in another video, and it'll be specifically for Aries as well, just like your monthly general readings. We're going to do the past life and zodiac oracle deck in one reading so that we can pinpoint maybe what past cycles are associated with whatever the situation is that you're dealing with in this month. And we're going to see, the details for it right here. But then in the next video, whenever I upload it, we'll see how or maybe what you can do to fix that situation, and also where did it stem from in the first place. Okay, so keep that in mind. Make sure you guys post that in the comments if other people are not sure why there was not an oracle card in this particular reading. Okay, and spread the word for me. So before we get started, go ahead and leave a like if you know that you're going to have some good things coming up for you. If you feel like this video is going to be good for you, go ahead and subscribe if you want to join the family, if you want to join royalty, join the kingdom, the queendom, whatever you want to call it, the dynasty. And then also leave a comment if you would like, and let me know if it works for you, if this reading resonated with you, and maybe what things that you can tell your other fellow Aries, about, catch up with them. Maybe you guys can just talk together in the comment section. So we're going to go ahead and start. I know that was a long intro. I had to get everything out. So for the month of September, for Aries. Uh-oh, I saw something already kind of flip. Here it is. But it will be the normal spread, so... So for the beginning of September for Aries, we have the Knave of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So for some of you, it may be some things that come in your way that may have you working a little bit harder than you usually would want to get something done. Or maybe you might have to work with someone that you're not really wanting to be around, or maybe you're just having to learn a new person and work with them. So it's not that things can't get done, but maybe in the beginning of September you might start feeling a little iffy, or just feeling the vibe of Virgo season come in, and it's time for you to start harvesting. So maybe just a conscious feeling of, okay, maybe we need to start having things prepared for, fall and winter, because that's really what Virgo season is about. Just getting yourself prepared and harvesting for, the actual harvesting time. Sorry, that piece of hair is pissing me off. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Queen of Pentacles. So this is any earth sign. This is someone who is very earthly, magically inclined, I would say. So someone who's really good with money, they're independent. This is usually more on the feminine side, on the spectrum of male and female. But this can be any earth sign. So Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So with this being said, this is a person who is, like I said, independent, and they really know what they want, and they know that they can get what they want. They work for what they want, and they're patient, and they see things through to the end, because they know that you can't you cannot have a fruit at the end of the day if you didn't do anything to grow it or to nurture it. You know what I'm saying? So even if you have the seed, if you don't put in the necessary work to make that plant grow, it's not going to grow, right? So that's what this embodies. This is also about being nurturing and sharing resources. So very, you know, earth-like energy. Okay? So that could be a person coming in. Let's go ahead and see who is this person. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so this could be someone who is a Scorpio, or maybe this is you like getting through a new cycle. So maybe a new cycle has come about, being that, you know, the new season has come about for Virgo season. So maybe you will start to feel like more focused on your money, more focused on having a stronger foundation, more focused on the material things around you, having a foundation. Okay, so I do see Aries definitely coinciding with that energy. You could also have a Scorpio in your life. For very few of you, that may be the case. But if you do have a Scorpio in your life, I do feel like you're going to have a situation in the beginning of September where some of you may have just moved on from them, or bossed up from them, bossed up away from them. Kind of like one up to them in some sense, if you do have a Scorpio in your life, okay? Or maybe a habit. You may have a habit or a routine that you do that you finally moved away from. You found strength and independence from. The Queen of Pentacles also represents, you know, entrepreneurship and business and working for yourself, creativity, artistry. For some, it could even be music, like working with music. So if you do work with music, this is going to be a good time for you to really create good music, right? And I just felt the need to say that. Then we go into the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this could be something good or something really bad. There's no real like in between. Or if this is deception, then I feel like this deception is something that you didn't do. It's some type of deception that you found out about or you got word of, whether you had anything to do with the situation or not. Yeah, and we're dealing with the Capricorn most likely here. This is the Capricorn card that I usually use. And this is also someone who kind of leaves once they get what they want, right? So maybe someone did something. This could be as far as blackmailing. This could be something to do with using a person, maybe, you know, like doing it and leaving. I don't know how to like put it in simpler, better terms right now. But you know what I'm saying? Just someone who doesn't really have the greatest morals, or they don't really care about your feelings. They just kind of care about getting the end result that they want, right? And so in the pursuit of trying to get that, and that's kind of the downfall when you have this type of Capricorn energy, right? Because both of these cards kind of represent Capricorn energy for sure. But this is more on the more evil side of what Capricorn can be, right? When they try to just get things just for their own personal egotistical gain, right? So kind of like a power, not necessarily a power clash, but like you just don't care that whoever this Capricorn is, I feel like they don't care whose feelings they're hurt as long as they get what they want out of the situation, which can be very, very dangerous, you know? So they don't really think things through, or they do think about it, but they plan it to where the other person won't find out because they don't necessarily want that person to know. Or they may just do things and they don't care if the other person finds out. They just do it based on what they want for themselves. Either way, there's some deception on their end, right? So, being that all of this has happened, then we end up in the beginning of September with the Empress in reverse here. So again, this is very Earth-like energy. So this is this is a very dominant sense of Earth-like energy. So either some of you are not okay with your working situations, like maybe you have some coworkers, or maybe just the job itself, the infrastructure is not matching up with your likings. So this is work related. That's the issue for the beginning of September. Now this is dealing with love. There's someone, even if it's not like a relationship, romantic relationship, this is a situation where this person is just taking, it's like they found their power, they transform into like this boss ass person, right? Which is really good. But at the same time, it's like to do that, they either had to be a different person to get what they want, to do something they didn't have any business doing, or they had to leave someone, hanging. They had to leave someone. They had to separate themselves, or maybe do something that was unexpected and kind of make the other person feel like, what the fuck. And so then we result in this like Virgo energy. This could either be a sign of your Virgo season just not being how you expected it to start off, right? Or starting off on the wrong foot. Or that could be literally an empress, whoever empress person is in your life, I'm sorry. So a woman who is caring and nurturing, someone who usually has your back and always wants you to win. It could be someone who did something to really just make you feel like, dang, you aren't looking out for me anymore. Okay? So let me see who this Empress is. Empress. So we have the Six of Pentacles. So most likely this is someone who is giving and taking more than they should. This could have been someone who you really cared about at one point, or someone who really helped you at one point. Someone who really gave you advice or gave you karmic resolutions to some sort. This is someone who you probably had a lot of trust in, or this could have just been someone who you were sharing a lot of your personal resources with, and now you're starting to see in Virgo time that this give and take thing is not balanced, right? So starting off, I don't necessarily think this is bad for you, Aries. I do feel like it's, for a lot of people, Virgo season is tough, and for Aries, if I had to pick who's it the toughest for, it would probably, you guys would be up there on the list. I'm not going to say it'd be the toughest for you, but, being that Aries likes to be on the go, and Virgo is very it's not just about the big picture. It's about the details that make up the picture. It's about the people who view the picture. It's about how everything works with everything else. And it also, it's Mercury, so it does move fast when it comes to thinking, but it's still an earth sign. So a lot of the things that you want to produce, or a lot of the things that you want to have come to fruition, they aren't going to come at a time that you as an Aries would like them to. So you may start just feeling the uncomfortability of all of this earth energy. Now, if you have earth energy in your chart, prominently, or let's say you have like your rising sign is Capricorn, then this may be just telling you in this particular reading that your life is shifting, or you're going to have to learn how to work with this energy of Virgo, being a sun sign Aries. So you're showing all these aspects of an Aries, but being a rising sign Capricorn, if you are, then you are you're getting into this stage where you need to find that structure. And so it might start to make you feel a little funny, which is common if you are an air sign that has a lot of earth energy. So just try to remember that in the process, okay? And yeah, we have the Capricorn card here. So some of you have to get in alignment with this Capricorn energy. You might not have Capricorn as your rising sign, but a lot of you, maybe the house which Capricorn in your chart rules, maybe that's the area in your life you need to go check out. Again, if you would like natal chart readings, let me know. Hit me up. If you like a deeper reading to just figure out what means what for certain things, if you have questions, let me know. And if you just want to get in contact with me, let me know. So we're going to go ahead and go into the middle of September for Aries. Oh my goodness. 1 second. Middle of September. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're starting out. I always like the Ace of Swords because it means there's going to be some truth coming out. So that's definitely where we're going to be starting at. But being that the energy of the middle of your September is the Wheel card in reverse, there could be some karmic changes happening, some swift karmic changes, which as an Aries you might be able to deal with better than most people on the outside. But being that this is a time where it's about structure and it's about, well, not necessarily, I don't want to say structured, because Virgo is not very, it's organized, but I don't want to say structured, because they are immutable. I believe they're mutable, yes. So they go with the flow. They're very chill. It's not about being stern. It's more about being prepared. It's more about noticing when something is off. And as an Aries, you guys definitely probably have a Virgo in your life somewhere, whether it's in your family or around you, that can help, that helps you see whatever that, that disturbance is, or where you need to pay attention to. So you guys might clash heads, or you guys might, clash powers, or some of you may get along. But in this beginning of this September, it seems as though if this is a Virgo or any earth sign that person may be in your life, it might not be a Virgo that helps you, but it might be another earth sign. But it's like this person and you are not really getting along, in a sense. Like there's some shift because you guys have to both have to align yourself with this Virgo energy. So it might push a wedge between the two of you, or it might push a wedge between you and your job. It might push a wedge between you and maybe a hobby that you like to do, because and you know, in the Virgo season, there might not be time for some of the things that you want to do. We can fit it in there because, you know, Virgo's to-do lists are everything to us. So it's always a way to make something happen, but a Virgo is very practical in that if it doesn't make sense, why are we doing it? They're more about, if we can ignore it, we can go to it later. That's how Virgos think, okay? So as an Aries, you have to remember that it has to be a constant flow, but it needs to be practical. Each thing we do needs to be checked off the list, okay? So we start off in the middle with this truth, this revelation. It could be, but I don't think it's going to be. Let's see what it's going to be about. Okay, 8 of Wands in reverse. So again, a change, a sign, maybe a sign that went missed. So maybe something that you missed along the way is going to be revealed to you. Maybe something that you missed it's something that was a part of your day-to-day life, I feel like. I feel like this is maybe even to deal with your social role, like how people see you in the world, or maybe how, like there was a mess up. Maybe you knew something was wrong, or you knew someone was trying to tarnish your image, but you couldn't figure out where it was coming from, and so maybe it went the wrong way, or maybe you were embarrassed by something, or something shocked you. But at the end of the day, you got some type of truth, some type of clarity from that. Okay, so be aware of that. So just make sure you're paying attention. So then we have the Chariot in reverse. Okay, so your motives, they may change. It might fall through. Maybe the plans that you have might just, you know, not even amount to what you wanted them to become. Let's see, Chariot in reverse. Okay, so we have the 3 of Cups here. For some of you, it could just be indulging in something. Maybe you feel like you have to chase after something you don't in order to get what you want. And I'm here to tell you, Aries, if you're trying to make fast, quick decisions in Virgo season, that's not going to work. Even if the resolution, even if the result comes back and you're okay with whatever that is or whatever you're trying to make, it's not going to be sturdy, okay? So you have to understand that. Whatever you plant your seeds in Virgo season, however much you dedicate yourself to building that, remember, Virgo is about nurturing, it's about serving. However much you put into that is what the result will be. Now, if you choose to ignore, it doesn't mean that you have to pay attention to everything, but it does mean whatever you pay attention to, understand that if you don't realize what it is that you're doing, or if you're ignoring the wrong things, the wrong outcome will manifest. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's like you have the power, but you also have the power to be your own worst enemy as a Virgo. Virgos are very critical on themselves because they notice things. So let's say if you post a picture on Instagram and everyone's saying all these nice things, but you notice that one person that says something that was terrible. That's what Virgos do. They find the detail in something that's different, because practically it's like, well, why would they say that? And everyone else is saying something different. It doesn't make sense. And so then they start focusing on that when that is the one thing that could have been ignored, and it shifts their whole energy to something negative, nitpicky, criticizing. That is the energy of Virgo. So if you were trying to plant something and you want it to grow and flourish, it really can in Virgo season. Now is the time to do it. But you have to realize whatever you put into it is what you get out. Virgo is the manifestation of what you put into the universe is what you get out, okay? Earth. So it's very practical. You don't have to think about it. If you know something you're doing is bad and you do it, 9 times out of 10, it's going to show up later on down the line. So pay attention, okay? That's all you have to do, Aries. Pay attention, make the right decisions. Okay, so don't indulge in things that you know is going to take you off your path. Okay, so then we go into the Knight of Cups here. So this is very watery energy. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Now, the Knight of Cups, he brings joy. He brings like this optimistic feeling of the adventures that are to come, you know, when it comes to love, right? So it's kind of like this optimistic look on how things can be. So for many people, that could be Pisces energy, or that could be Cancer energy. It could even be Scorpio, because water is all about creation anyways, and feeling, you know, it's about emotion. So let's go, let me see who that could be first of all, because I don't want to just throw anything out there. Uh-oh, where'd the card go? Is this? Okay, here it is. The Knave of Swords, okay? So this could be a Gemini, or an Aquarius, or a Libra. So what I'm thinking is the communication in your love life, whether it's with a Scorpio, whether it's with a Cancer, whoever, it doesn't really matter who it's with. I feel like the feelings that are being expressed now, or the optimism that this water sign or whoever the person is has about the adventures to come in love, it's being shown because mentally they're at a point where they're sure of the plan. They understand how things are working, and they're clear. It's not that they're super excited. It's not that they're exuberant, but they are optimistic because they understand. They overstand what's happening. So I think the only way that you'll really be able to get to that point of knowing and being on the right track, and, you know, being successful at whatever it is that you would like to accomplish, is to know when you're taking on too much, and knowing when to not take on too much. So again, with the Virgo energy, know what to ignore and know what to put your focus into. So it's going to be all in the mind. In order for you to be emotionally flowing and being happy and lighthearted, you need to make sure your mental state is calm. You need to make sure you're decisive in what you're thinking in your brain. Okay, Aries? All right, so we're going to go ahead and move into the end of September. I think this reading has been going super well. Thumbs up if you agree, if you haven't done it already. So let's go ahead and go into the end of your September. And here we go. So the end of September for Aries. Oh, yes, Aries. So we end this month, well, not we, but you guys end this month really, really nice. I'm really, really excited, and you'll love it because we have the Two of Cups here. So harmony, peace, okay? Romance for some of you. Love, like extreme love, strength, loyalty, protection. We end this off, the end of your month, basically with a harmonious feeling of fire, like fire, intensity, but a stable fire. It's just a blaze. It's just going. It's not at the highest. It's not flaring out of control. It's not too dim to where you can't feel the heat. It's right there in the middle. It's blazing, and it's just there. You know, it's at the perfect state that it could be at. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the King of Pentacles. Okay, so I love the King of Pentacles. He, to me, if I had to align this with one sign, it's definitely going to be an earth sign, obviously. But it's like a Taurus energy. So this is like a consistent, what am I trying to say? It's like a consistent endurance, a determination, a drive. A self-motivated hustle. You're hustling, you're doing what you got to do because you know that when you put this in, you're going to get it out at the end of the day. Taurus is all about, they want to be able to show and share what they've earned, just like any other earth sign, but Tauruses are fixed. So it's like once they have their mind set on something, that's what their goal is, and that's, no one can steer them different from that. And once they have it, and when they're happy with it, they're more than happy to share it with you. They're more than happy to be there for you. It's just all about getting there. And if you are around a Taurus and you are around them while they're trying to get to something, then you know you're important to them. So if this is a Taurus or if this is you, this is either you finally committing to being determined to get what you want out of whatever you're trying to get, or this is a Taurus who is like, I'm here, like I don't know what was going on, but like I feel like you get it now, like, and I'm here with you now, like we're on the same page. So again, this could have been any earth sign. Remember, we had a lot of earth disturbing issues with the earth signs in the beginning. But I think at the end of September, things are really resolved, okay? Things really do start to come to fruition. And things start to make more sense to each of you, whoever this person is. So, yeah, it's like, if this is the person that you're with, or if this is just your drive, either way, it's just like, let's go do it. What are we waiting for? Right? Again, fire. So then you get to go back into that Aries energy. You get to go back into that fire instinct that you naturally possessed, right? So then we move on. Uh-oh. Okay. And then we have the Ten of Cups, okay? So this is like a happily ever after. This is a balance. This is rejuvenation and all things that make you happy. All things that are family related or friends related. Think water. So when you think of water, you think of emotion. So you think of people that you have some type of need or connection or tie to. You know, people that mean things to you. Things are balanced. So this could be in your house. This could be in your workplace. This can be anywhere that has to deal with connections to someone. You are finally feeling balanced, you know, in that. And I think in order for you to really be able to receive that happily ever after, you have to stop listening to what people are telling you. You have to stop going by the path that's already been made. As an Aries, you're basically here to spark your own idea. You know, you're here to put ideas out there. You're here to do what people are like, oh, that can't happen. Or I don't want to do that because I don't know what people are going to think. You guys are here because you know what you want to do. You might not know what you want to do, but you have the birthright to be stern in what you feel like you can accomplish. You feel stern in what you know you are because you're about self. You are self. You know, you're the birth of the human. You're the birth of thyself. So with that being said, you have to go on your own path. And you have to stop listening to the naysayers. And a lot of the times, these people will be the people who are family or people who are, you know, in your everyday life. They can't control you, though. You can't allow them to make your own decisions, right? So then we end off on the King of Wands. So this is very Leo energy, okay? This is fire energy, period. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But more so towards the Leo energy. So this is being a natural leader, kind of just having a stage presence in whatever type of stage that you in your life are on. This is having being like really like fun to be around, playful, but you're really smart. You're having this creative and intuitive knowledge. You're smart, you know, and you know what you have to do, and you know that no matter what comes next, as long as you give it your all and as long as you know what you want the outcome to be, whatever your will is, it will be done, right? So that's what this card really embodies, okay? So I'm going to see what part of your life that this is going to be affecting. We got the World card. So this is going to be affecting your whole life. Everything about you. Everything that balances you. So every part of each aspect in your life, right? So overall, there seems to be some issues with either the season of Virgo and you just having to learn how to merge yourself with that energy so that it can work for you. And then we also have the sense of maybe not getting along with earth signs or maybe clashing with earth signs during the beginning and middle of September. Now, when we get towards the end, I feel like there's going to be some type of revelation mentally that makes you understand emotionally how you feel about things. And I think it's going to allow you to have a better foundation with whether it's with people, with your job, with finances. It doesn't matter. Have a better foundation, right? And then once you do that, I think you're going to realize in order for you to really execute and be the best that you can be, you have to go on your own path. You have to kind of figure it out for yourself. Now, does this mean that you can't find a path that works for you? You definitely can. If someone has already done something and it can work for you, you wouldn't know unless you try. So the whole point is follow what you think will work for you, because no one knows you better than you, Aries. You know that. And then at the end, you'll find your power. You'll find that natural fire within you, and it'll really solidify the balance within your own world. And I think that's the beauty of what Virgo does. You prepare and you figure out what's going to work, what's going to have everyone satisfied. Doesn't mean that you have to give up your own satisfactions, but what can we do to really, really have the biggest impact? You know, if we want things to work, we want everyone to be everyone to benefit from whatever we're putting together. So I think that's really important. I think you can really, if you can figure out how to master this energy, you'll be fine, and you'll actually probably find some type of earthly or financial or material thing that you're supposed to encounter, in this lifetime. So I do think this is really, really powerful month for you, and I think this is all about what you are willing to take on. It's all about what you are willing to let happen. It's all about what you are willing to organize. All you have to do is organize your mind, Aries. Organize your mind, and everything will be fine, okay? Other than that, this is a really good reading. I think you guys are really going to be in for a ride, and I can't wait to see how everything turns out for you. And don't forget, I will be posting your oracle reading with the Zodiac Oracle in the past life, so we can get more into depth on why is this situation happening in your life for the month of September, specifically for Aries, and all the other signs, so you can check your other signs if you would like to. If you would like a reading, or if you would just like to, catch up with me, I'll leave all of my information down below. Let's be friends. We're already family. So, yeah, see you guys. I'm Love from Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, I will see you, Aries, very, very soon.